This week on Now Here with Chris and Kell.
It's not a happy face.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why the Sea of Cortez sucks balls when it comes to sailing.
Alright, it's early. Let's do this.
Yeah. Sun hasn't come up yet. You can tell because it's still dark out. 6:25 a.m. We got a long way to go today.
Okay.
Headed to San Juanico.
Ready?
So today we're going 55 nautical miles from Playa El Burro all the way to San Juanico.
Stop!
That was a successful anchor, and now I'm up on the bow scouting for shit.
Like dolphins, but also like fishing lines and nets. While I was out scouting, Chris was serenading me.
It's a dolphiny morning for you. Of course, when you're a dolphin, every morning is dolphiny.
It's a beautiful song.
Did you write that down?
I didn't need
The
to.
inspiration just comes to me, Kelly.
Unfortunately, it wasn't too dolphiny, as the Dolphins literally ditched us immediately after Chris debuted his hit single. The other unfortunate thing was the sea state, and how we both felt like we were being cycled through a washing machine.
Well, this is fun.
Yep, this is not what we signed up for today.
It is a little uncomfortable out here right now. The sea state is awfully confused. Really what we're getting is these big side waves just every once in a while hitting us on the port butt and sending us rocking and rolling. Made some eggs earlier. It's hard to keep them down. Kelly's tired. You can tell because she's yawning.
Yeah.
Good times! Look at that water in the background. All sky, mostly water.
We were trying to make the most of it. At this point, we were only about an hour in, but we still had all day, and it didn't appear much relief was coming our way.
Ready?
You ready?
Here it comes. How you learn to move. Hata! From Karate Kid 3.
Yeah. Sweet action.
Okay, I'm done. Are you gonna do kata now?
I was trying not to kata up my coffee by keeping my eyes on the horizon. Chris took a brief recovery nap. Sometimes sleep is the best medicine. Of course, I got my fair share of Z's too, and eventually I woke up and the torture was behind us.
Arriving in San Juanico, about to anchor, and guess what? We're not the only boat here.
Last time we were here, there was only one other boat here.
It's actually 7 boats in this anchorage, 8 including us.
We found a good spot among the 7 other boats and dropped our anchor for the night.
Alright, we made it.
We're back in San Juanico. All right, let's get ourselves into hangout mode and recover from all the jostling.
Yeah, that was quite an exciting trip.
Maybe I'll change out of my pajama pants now that it's 4 p.m. The craziest part about this visit to San Juanico is last time we were here, there was no boats except for one catamaran that was just like hanging out by us. We ended up like moving next to them. And now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 other boats besides us here. One of them is the exact same yellow catamaran that was here last time.
As we were already planning our next hop, we realized how crazy that is. Clearly not for us. We can't seem to stay in one spot for more than a week. Can't imagine 7 months in the same place. Anyway, isn't it about dinner time?
Chris is making some coleslaw as a side. For tonight's dinner.
We're gonna make some Sinaloa chicken. Here's my marinade. We're gonna pull it out, dry it off, crisp it up on the barbecue.
Yeah.
First time we've used the barbecue this season, so that's cool. Kelly's gonna make some potatoes, and we're gonna actually have quite a meal tonight. I'm excited. I'm hungry.
I'm on to make potatoes this evening for tonight's meal, so first gonna go get the potatoes. We have a small vegetable cellar down below where it's cold and dark for potatoes and onions and root vegetables. So now that I've got these all coated and seasoned, and I'm just gonna turn the heat down and let them cook, simmer on the stove, probably about 20-30 minutes, and then we'll have them for dinner.
Well, my work is pretty much done. Time to enjoy the sunset and a sundowner to go with it. Now Chris is up with his chicken.
You need the lighter?
Well, this should work. I don't see a spark though. Alright, we're gonna let that heat up as hot as we can get it. I butterflied the chicken and then I marinated it in orange juice, lime juice, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, salt. Now we're gonna take it, dry it off, and really season it. To butterfly it, you just basically flip it over like this and then take scissors and cut the backbone out of it, and then you pull the sternum out as well, and then you get like that. And then when you put it on the oven, you want to tuck your wing tips in because they burn fast. Oh, potatoes smell good.
Thanks. They're herby.
Okay, we're just gonna go with black pepper, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika. I'm gonna put a little cayenne on this too, just to give it a bit of a kick. But be generous with your salt, because it makes everything taste good. Everybody gets afraid of it. But every time we go to the restaurant and have a delicious meal, there's lots of salt on your food.
Chris then tucks his chicken and nestles it onto the Barbie.
Okay, we're gonna let that go for 5 or 6 minutes and then flip it over. Spatchcocking, which is the butterflying technique, makes chicken cook so much faster and so much more even. It's awesome.
After about 8 minutes, Chris flipped his bird. And shortly after, everything was ready to eat.
Nice. Cooking with headlamps.
All right, are you ready to feast?
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Chris then plated us up with our potatoes and coleslaw.
Yeah, buddy. Looks really good. All right, let's give this a go.
Okay.
It's really good.
We ate our feast and then slipped into a food coma for the night. The following morning, we woke up refreshed and well rested. But we had to keep moving, because this anchorage was going to expose us to some pretty gnarly forecast over the next few days, whereas this new anchorage was sure to keep us well protected.
Our time here was very short. Literally overnight, didn't even get off the boat. We're headed to Balandra today, supposed to be a little bit better protected, and we might even have some friends over there.
Yep, we picked up the hook super early on this place, but that's okay, we'd seen it before. Off to Puerto Balandra. Shorter hop today, only about 28 nautical miles, should take us about 6 hours. And the sea state looked a whole lot better than yesterday. Conditions were actually so good that we got the sails up this time. We finally got our sails out and set up just right, Then we killed our engine.
It's not a happy face.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is why the Sea of Cortez sucks balls when it comes to sailing. We're going 2.5 knots. Not that that's like the worst speed in the world, but we got all the sails up. We're getting 12 knots on the like starboard beam, and it was like we were going like 4.5 knots, and like 2 minutes later, just like the wind cuts in half, it just dies. Anyway, it feels like we're going nowhere, but we are going 2.4 knots under sail. I'm gonna give this another couple minutes. I'm freaking turning the engine back on because
Okay.
the sails are gonna start to luff. They are already luffing.
Yeah, they're already.
It's just like so annoying. We were up there. I was gonna like, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. We're gonna sail there.
No dice.
I don't like that either. Okay.
So we turned our engine back on, and now we have a new anthem.
Motor sailing again. Woohoo!
Nope, not that one. This one. Just as we pulled in our sails and flipped the motor back on, we came upon a fleet of fishing pangas.
Yeah, why can't we catch a fish?
I bet we will. This might be the spot. This might be some exciting stuff.
Are they gonna get out of our way, or do we have to dodge them? This guy's like floating right in the middle of where we are.
He's scooting.
Hopefully they're out of our way and we can just go on through and catch a fish.
Yeah.
While I was hopeful, I wasn't gonna hold my breath or wait around, so I took advantage of the calm sea state and got a workout in on the bow. Also, a good time to brush up on our knot tying. I feel like this is one of those skills that if you don't use it, you lose it. And knowing how to tie a proper knot can be pretty essential in the moment. While I was up at the bow, Chris was on the back deck babysitting our hand lines.
No fishies today.
No, pulling them in.
Okay. That means
This is
we're close.
crazy. We haven't even gotten a nibble or like a nibble on this thing. When I pull up the lure, there's not a scar on it.
So this means we're getting close.
We're getting somewhat close. We got about a half hour until we're in the anchorage, probably.
Cool, we're almost there. I'll start putting things away then and getting us prepped for arrival.
We're almost there, but we've stopped because
I don't know what the odds are of this, but there's a boat that was literally going to come in. I'm like way over there, the exact same time. He was way behind us, but going about twice as fast. And so I just put it into neutral. I'm going to let him follow him in since he's quicker than we are. Probably get the good parking spot.
So we're just gonna let this guy go and follow him in.
They're going right for our spot, too.
Yep, he definitely took our spot.
Looks like a party.
Oh well, we should be able to find another one. A few other boats and some reef to contend with, but I think we should be just fine if we hang back just a little bit. Some friends we met at the boatyard up in Puerto Penasco came over to say hello, and we confirmed our anchoring strategy. Chris backs down on our anchor to make sure we're holding, and our snubber absorbs the shock. Then I use my Jedi hand signals to let Chris know that the anchor is holding and the chain is now relaxed.
we've made it.
This looks great so far.
Yeah.
We might get a nice day before it goes to shit.
This seems to be our MO when we go to new places. The weather turns on us. But we were kind of expecting that here. I mean, it's kind of the whole reason we're here in the first place, to ride out the winds.
Dude, did you see how clear this water is?
I did.
I think if you dropped your car keys, it really wouldn't be a big deal here. Just like, you know, get a long stick, pick them up. You can see all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, still no fish.
Yeah, no kidding.
After making sure we were secure, we had made it to shore. Dinghied in, setting up our mantis anchor. Take one.
TM. Great little spot. Wonderful day. Like no
Yeah.
breeze.
Gotta make the most of our time here. Maybe short and sweet. This is pretty cool.
Stupid boat came in, took my spot, and then just left.
They saw what they wanted to see and they were out. All right, shall we go find people?
No. Hang out.
Okay, let the people come to us.
Oh, they're coming this way.
Let the party begin. We got a chance to meet the crews from Advocet, Kessel, and Aimua while we were working on our boat in Puerto Penasco. It was really great to run into them again here and have people to spend this gorgeous day with on the beach.
I want to like get to the point where we can surf on stand-up paddleboards.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a thing.
Adventurer was doing it.
You surf on a paddleboard?
You like use your paddle to get going.
Oh, okay. What do you do with the paddle while you're surfing? You just
Chuck
hold
it, dude.
Chuck
Or
it.
a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Aim for the nearest surfer.
Yeah.
Oh God. After hanging out and drinking in the sun all afternoon, it was time to call it a day and head back to Drifter. We really enjoyed a vibrant sunset that evening and sunk into our sleeping quarters. Unfortunately, with our position in the anchorage a little further out than we had planned, we did catch some swell, and the rocking prevented us from sleeping very well. The next morning was a little rough for both of us.
What a difference a day makes. It's pretty terrible here today. After last night's festivities. First time we've gotten in the water, well, you know, for pleasure since we've left Penasco this season. It's overcast. That's a big gray cloud. And rolly. We're debating whether or not we want to go on a hike in the windy wind. Because for the next 2 days, we've got a northerly coming through. And it is supposed to be pretty blustery, like up to 30 knots of wind.
Yeah, I don't think today is a hiking day.
And we're in the worst spot in this anchorage. And I blame Gallant. If you watch these videos, Gallant.
Gallant is this guy. He beat us into the anchorage, took our spot, and then left a few hours later.
But today is a quiet day. We're just gonna hang out, maybe go on a hike if we're adventurous, but most likely just hang around the boat.
Today is laundry day. We never do this. We're only doing this because we're gonna get water really soon.
First, we turn the designated breaker on for the washing machine, because it's silly to have this running all the time. Next, in order to run the machine without flooding the boat, I rip apart our couch, reach underneath, and open our through hole. We have this friendly reminder on the washing machine because this step has been skipped in the past, and it's super annoying to deal with the aftermath. The rest is pretty standard stuff. You load the washer, add your detergent, and walk away. Chris is also keeping busy today.
This morning, I'm going to make granola. We've got the laundry going, and I'm gonna make granola. I'm gonna make some sandwich bread. It's weird how many things you used to buy at the store that you just have to make when you're out here. You can melt some fat and sweetener. Here is some maple syrup and coconut oil. It's hanging out in there. So with that salt, I put a little salt in there too to enhance the flavor. What else is in there? There's a vanilla extract as well. And this is coffee. And over here, we're cutting up some roasted almonds. And this is a mix of salt, coconut, flake, and oatmeal. Rolled oats, that's what I meant. So we're gonna chop these up, add it to here. There's a little brown sugar in here too. We'll mix that in with everything. You bake it low and slow for about an hour, man. So then the trick is you add in an egg white, and that gets you clusters where you, like normally when you have granola, especially when you buy it here in stores, it's about this consistency, but it's a little sweetened. If you want the clusters that are delicious, you add in an egg white, and that firms everything up. Cook that for about 15 minutes, stir it, 15 minutes, stir it, 15 minutes, stir it, and then I just turn off the oven and leave it in the warm oven and just like kind of forget about it for an hour. By that time, it's usually nice and crunchy. That's how I do it with our oven. Results may vary. Okay, that's granola-rific.
Damn, Kelly, that's like commercial grade right here. I can sell this product.
So now we just crush this up, add in our craisins, our last little bit, and we've got some delicious granola to eat. There we go. That should last at least 3 or 4 days. Get yourself some Chris-Nola.
Yay! Now the wash cycle is finally complete. As you can see, we're taking full advantage of the wind and its line drying abilities. Just gotta get these clothes on the line and pin them down. Mission accomplished. Now we wait.
We're in full sea gypsy mode with all our clothes hanging on the rail. And I made bread. First granola, now bread. I should make some good sandwiches. This is the biggest loaf I've made in the loaf pan. But all the bread I've made so far doesn't really it's not quite right. I gotta keep working on that. I'm not ready to share my recipe yet. Soon though, I'll have a boat bread recipe to die for. For now, I think we're gonna get off the boat and go for a bit of a hike.
Well, we got all ready to go on this hike and went to get in the dinghy, but what happened here?
I forgot to put the plug in the bottom of the dinghy. I wanted to make a shark-safe swimming pool.
That's fun. Yeah.
This way the water could be warmed by the sun and be a little less cool.
Yeah. It's a good day for that.
I'm smart.
Today, we're gonna go over that way
On a hike. We're gonna take a hike because we're health nuts. I make granola and we go hikes.
That makes us health nuts. We made it to shore and quickly read the sign, hoping to see a map. But of course, there was no map of this alleged trail, so we decided to just go for it.
We're off. We gotta remember to bring a towel with us because we keep coming on shore and usually we get our bacon saved by someone else. We gotta have a towel to dry your feet off. And we never do. I used to just have them in the dinghy for other purposes, so it's serendipitous, but now we don't. And whoa, what a leap. All right, let's go on a hike in the windy wind. I see a trail through this. Hopefully it becomes more obvious, but we already have a reputation of not finding trailheads for sure. We'll see what we see. Aha, our first clue. A human has been here. More than one.
Maybe a dog.
They're going this way. Whatever, here's the deal.
What?
We're explorers, we're adventurers, man. We go out and we find things. We don't need some app to tell us where to go.
If we don't find this trailhead,
We don't need an app. I could use a nap, but not an app. That's Drifter.
this looks promising.
I wish there were a mulberry bush, because I've always wanted to see a weasel. Wah, 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 wah. This is evidence from the last explorers. Is that a coyote? This is well trod. We're about to make it around the corner, dude.
Yep.
I haven't looked yet. It's exciting. This is exciting. This is the mouth of the anchorage. Aha! A place you could get stranded.
Wow.
If you wait too long.
We went a little further, but not too far, because the tide was clearly coming in, and we didn't want to get trapped out here.
If it was calmer, it would be fun to kind of snorkel out here. It's a hobo's cave.
That is definitely a hobo's cave.
Welcome, adventurer. You've come a long way to find me in my hideout. What is it that you see?
Crabs.
Oh, I can give you crabs. That is something that I keep with me at all times. I shall take you to where you want to go.
Okay. Maybe we've got a bit of cabin fever?
I got cabin fever! I've got it too!
Seems like we're losing it a little from time to time. Good thing we have some other cruisers around to keep us in check. Is this part of boat life? Are we turning into weird boat people? Anyway, we decide to head back to Drifter now. Thoughts?
A little morbid.
A little bit. Turns out there's a lot of goats on this island, but we didn't see any. Any live ones anyway. Just their remains. We made our way back to the dinghy, some with more exuberance than others.
Back on the boat from the hike. You know, on shore, it is actually not that bad. You don't notice 20 knots of wind that bad when you're on shore, but back on the boat, it just feels like kind of no fun. I was gonna go fishing over behind me is a great little point to try to catch some yellowtail, and I still might. But you get back inside the boat and watch things like that happen, and it just doesn't seem as fun.
Oh, that reminds me. It's probably time to bring in our laundry. Over the next few days, the winds had ceased and the anchorage started to clear out. We enjoyed a few more colorful sunsets and then did the same. Like and subscribe to follow our adventure and see where we head to next. Stay tuned for this week's blooper reel, sponsored by our patrons. This week on Now Here with Chris and Kell.
Luckily, I have rum punch, which makes decisions easier. Kelly's on her phone.
It makes you talk more. I said woohoo!
What?
Woohoo! Woohoo!
Oh, Jesus.
You deaf?
Yeah, sure that.
Sounds like macaroni in a pot, doesn't it?
Wow.
And this is a pear.
I'm bored. Wait for Kelly. I don't know what she's doing.
I've decided this is the hoboat mode.
You could fit all kinds of hobos in here.
Like, oh my god, there's bugs everywhere.
The accents that come out of your mouth. Now I'm over.
I got Warlock Stafford stuff now, Kelly.
Once I figure that out, then the rest is easy. Right, Cal?